Hey everyone. For y'all that don't know, my name's Steven Jacobo. I'm just making this video because I want to tell you guys my story and how I ended up in a wheelchair. For those of you who don't know. And I'm also going to start doing some demonstration videos. First, I just want to tell you about my story. Well, I ended up in a chair February 26, 2013. I used to work at Sierra Tahoe Resort. It was one of the days off. Me and a couple of my buddies just decided to go snowboarding. We were snowboarding for a few hours, getting ready to go home. We all decided that we'd just take home a run. It was a run I'd never been down before. Everything was going smoothly the first half of the run. I got to the point where everything just started picking up. I started hitting tabletops, tabletop after tabletop, started picking up speed. Then I got to this other part where there was this tabletop and then there was a jump just to the left of it. And it's kind of one of those moments where you have to think really fast, decide what you want to do. Well, I decided to go off the jump. Also too, around that time, it wasn't even snowing, it was always sunny, so it was pretty much like snowboarding on ice. So I was thinking in my head, I'm just going to coast off this jump, because it was a bigger one I've never been off before. I go off the jump, shoots me completely upside down, and you know how everyone says when something big in your life's about to happen, everything slows down? Well, that's exactly what happened. I remember just being upside down and seeing all my buddies on top of the mountain just watching me, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to end up really bad. Next thing you know, I hit the ground, straight on my back. My legs fly over me, my board hits me in the face. I had a gash in my nose right here when I got to the hospital, so then I remember just, as soon as I hit the ground, I hear this crunch. And then it was the worst pain in my life. I started just gasping for air, I couldn't breathe, just groaning. My buddy Brandon was the first one to reach me. He was holding my head until ski patrol got there. They put me on the stretcher, took me down the rest of the mountain. I got on the helicopter, they took me to Renown Hospital in Reno. I didn't have that surgery till the next morning. And it was weird though too, because I was able to move my legs before and after the surgery. And too, my doctor also thought I'd be walking out of the hospital. But like 3 days after my surgery, my legs just slowly started getting weaker and weaker, and then I wasn't able to move them at all anymore. Doctor thought it was from swelling in my back. I was there at Renown for about a month before I went to LA to it was Rancho Los Amigos rehab. I was there for about 3 weeks. Two of the doctors there told me I'd never walk again. I didn't want to believe him, because my surgeon thought I was going to be leaving out of the hospital walking, but I was pretty much crying for 3 months straight. It was really hard to accept, but eventually you get over it. Life goes on. I don't regret doing what I did, but I fractured my T6, shattered 9 and 10, got rods and screws in my back. But like I said, life goes on, you gotta make the best of it. So that's my story, that's how I ended up in a chair. It's been a little more than a year since my accident happened. I still can't move my legs. I get slight pressure feelings. I could feel a little bit hot and cold, and tingly feelings, twitching inside my leg. But other than that, that's about it. Alright, well, if you guys have any questions, or if you'd like to see me do a certain demonstration, just leave a comment. Thank you guys.